Good morning, children. Some more paragraphs from the lesson. The interview by Christopher Sylvester. Today I want to finish this lesson. Children, in my last class I told you that Mukund thought that novel to be a very serious novel. Which novel? The Name of the Rose by Umberto Eco. It's a detective yarn at one level, but it also delves into metaphysics, theology, and medieval history. Mukund further says that book is a detective yarn. Detective, a spy yarn, a long story that someone tells, often invented or exaggerated. A long story that someone tells, often invented or exaggerated. But it also delves into metaphysics, theology, and medieval history. Undoubtedly, according to Mukund, this novel is a detective yarn at one level, but it also it also discusses several other topics. Delves into, delve into is a phrasal verb. What does it mean? To examine something carefully in order to discover more information about something or somebody. To examine something carefully in order to discover more information about something or somebody. So, it discusses metaphysics. What is metaphysics? The area of philosophy that deals with the nature of existence, truth, and knowledge. The area of philosophy that deals with the nature of existence, truth, and knowledge. So his book, Name of the Rose, Umberto Eco's book, The Name of the Rose, does not present a story, detective story, but it also discusses many aspects of metaphysics. It also has a lot of things to say about theology. Theo means God, ology means a study of religion. It also touches different aspects of religion. Not only this, but it also has a lot of things to tell us about medieval history. What is medieval? Connected with the period in history between 1100 and 1500 AD. Connected with the period in history between 1100 and 1500 AD. Medieval history, the history of the Middle Ages. So this book, no doubt, is a detective yarn, a long story, but at the same time it discusses several other topics related to metaphysics, theology, and medieval history. And it enjoyed a huge mass audience. But in spite of these facts, that book, The Name of the Rose, according to Mukund, enjoyed a huge mass audience. Many people enjoyed reading this. Were you puzzled at all by this? He wanted to know whether the author Umberto Eco was baffled because of this success. Umberto Eco. No, Umberto Eco answered that he was not baffled, he was not confused. Journalists are puzzled and sometimes publishers. According to Umberto Eco, journalists and publishers are sometimes confused, puzzled. And this is because journalists and publishers believe that people like trash. Some journalists and publishers, according to Umberto Eco, believe that people do not like what? This type of book. They like trash. Trash means what? Waste material or rubbish. And many people, some publishers and some journalists think, do not like difficult reading experiences. That is why those publishers and journalists were baffled because of the huge success that book enjoyed. Consider there are 6 billion people on this planet. Now the author, Umberto Eco, the author of the book, The Name of the Rose, wants you to consider that there are 6 billion people on this planet. 1 billion is equal to 1,000 million. 1 billion is equal to 1,000 million. Suppose that there are 6 billion people on this planet. The Name of the Rose sold between 10 and 15 million copies. Only 10 and 15 million copies were sold. Only 10 and 15 million people bought this book, The Name of the Rose. So in a way, I reached only a small percentage of readers. So you want to say that he was able to reach only a small percentage of readers, only a small percentage of readers. What he means to say here that all the people, all the 6 billion people all over the globe did not buy his book. Only 10 and 15 million people bought his book. But it is exactly these kinds of readers who don't want easy expenses. Now we want to emphasize the point that the people, 10 to and 15 million people who bought his book are the people who do not want easy experiences. They enjoy difficult reading experiences. That is why they bought his book. Or at least don't always want this. They do not always want easy experiences. Who? The people. I myself at 9 p.m. after dinner watch television. He discusses, he tells you about his routine. At 9 p.m. after dinner, what does he like to do? He watches television. There are some favorite programs, Miami Vice or Emergency Room. He watches either of them. I enjoy it and I need it. He enjoys either Miami Vice or Emergency Room. And he needs it, but not all day. But throughout the day, he cannot do the same. He cannot enjoy it. He cannot need it. Mukund, could the huge success of the novel have anything to do with the fact that it dealt with a period of medieval history? Now, Mukund wanted to know if the novel had anything to do with the fact that it had dealt with a period of medieval history. Does Umberto Eco think that his book became successful because of its connection with medieval history? Umberto Eco, that is possible. Umberto Eco said that might be possible, but let me tell you another story, because I often tell stories like a Chinese wise man. But here Umberto Eco wants to tell him another story. He says that he often tells stories like a Chinese wise man. He compares himself to a Chinese wise man. My American publisher said while she loved my book, she didn't expect to sell more than 3,000 copies in a country where nobody has seen a cathedral or studies Latin. According to Umberto Eco, his American publisher said that she had not expected to sell more than 3,000 copies in a country where nobody had seen a cathedral. What is cathedral? A large church that is the most important one in a district. A large church that is the most important one in a district, or where nobody liked to study Latin. Nobody studied Latin. He also informed his interviewer that his publisher, American publisher, loved his book, but she was convinced that she would not be able to sell more than 3,000 copies in a country where nobody had seen a cathedral or nobody liked to study Latin. So I was given an advance for 3,000 copies. That is why he was given an advance for 3,000 copies of his book. But in the end, it sold 2 or 3 million in the US. But at least what happened? What the American publisher had said proved wrong. His book, The Rose, the Name of the Rose, sold 2 or 3 million in the US. In other words, his book was bought by 2 or 3 million people in the US only. A lot of books have been written about the medieval past far before mine. Umberto Eco knows that many authors have written books on medieval past far before his. I think the success of the book is a mystery. But why his book became more successful than their books is a mystery for him. He can't demystify this mystery. Nobody can predict it. To predict means what? To say that something will happen in future. Nobody can predict. To say that something will happen in future. Nobody can predict it. I think if I had written the name of the rose 10 years earlier or 10 years later, it wouldn't have been the same. His book would not have enjoyed so much success if he had written his book The Name of the Rose 10 years earlier or 10 years later. Why it worked at that time, it is a mystery. Why at that particular time his book became more successful than the books written by other authors is still a mystery for him to solve. It's still a mystery for him to demystify. Thank you, children.